So Python. So that means whenever you want to develop one application, we need a programming language must. So it is our choice actually. So maybe we go with the .NET, Java, or else PHP, or else Python. It is our wish. So mostly, right, the openings will be on Java and .NET and Python also. So Python is very simple when compared to Java and .NET nowadays. And Python has more flexibility for the future because the data science language will come, right? So here it will be simplified, but parallelly .NET and Java people are so trying to develop their backend systems to support the data science and mission learning languages. Okay, so as part of this course we should concentration on .NET. This is how a middle layer and DB layer. So for example, in middle layer, what we will have, as we know that in database layer, what we can have either database, tables, etc. Correct. In the middle layer, we should implement logic. Here we should focus on logic part. So the actual logic will be resides in here. So always it will communicate. So the communication is, for example, if you know these two, one programming language and one database layer, you can do all CRUD operations. I will say what is a CRUD operations. So for example, if you know .NET and if you know MS SQL, you can insert some data here, and in the same way you can able to retrieve the data from table to your screen by using .NET. Okay. Now we talked about, so when you learn .NET, right, it is enough actually. But nowadays, from the last 4 years onwards, the industry is expecting some other things that is called as a UI part also. Every developer should know at least one UI technology. So that's how they are giving some importance for the newcomers and even for the old employees. So earlier, right? I mean, for example, just consider me. I am a .NET developer. Earlier, like until 6 years, I just worked on only .NET and DB layer. Now they are expecting some UI technology should be known. What is a UI technology? So as we all know that a basic thing is HTML. Then we'll go with the CSS. Then we'll go with the JavaScript. Nowadays, what do you call Angular. So I will say that Bootstrap simply. So here itself, I can say that Bootstrap material design and ng JavaScript. Okay. So here Angular Yeah. So every front end layer will communicate with the one middle level language. Then it will take the data and it will insert into the database. So to develop the front, to develop any website, we should require HTML to design the page and CSS for like what you call to give some kind of colors, background, and some styles. We go with the CSS. Okay. So nowadays CSS has many kind of technologies. One is Bootstrap and Material Design and PrimeNG. So if you learn any one of the thing, it will be easy. It will be very easy. Just we need to focus on only one technology, either Bootstrap or PrimeNG or Material Design. But if you want to learn all these things, we should know basics of CSS. Then only we can understand what is this one. Okay, and we'll go with the JavaScript. So HTML is for. Can I write somewhere? Yeah. Okay. I will tell you. JavaScript. Why we need JavaScript? Any idea? Anyone? Hello.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
sir.
Tell me. Tell me, sir. Not sure. Okay. See, as I said, HTML is to design the web page. Okay. Why we need
Okay.
CSS? Why we need CSS? To apply some styles for the web page. And to then what is a JavaScript? JavaScript means, for example, there is a button. Okay. When I click on button, what we need to do? That means some kind of operation we need to perform, right? That logic will be written in the Java. For example, in our web page we have two text boxes. One is maybe user email and another is password field, password text box. So we can validation it. For example, if we are asking the user to enter his email address, but he forgot the @ of symbol in the text box. That is wrong, right? That is invalid data. So there itself we can populate it. It is not correct in format like that. So for everything, like for example, password should not be greater than 6 characters. Password should contain at least one character, one letter, one number, like that. So all this will come by using JavaScript. That means we are designing the page and we are applying some styles by using CSS. And by JavaScript we are restricting the user to enter proper data. He should not enter dummy data like that. Okay. Yeah, when we see any website without entering username and password, if he click on login button, we have to show one kind of alert box. I mean, user email is required or else password is required, like that. So this kind of validations will be developed in JavaScript.
Okay.
So now coming to Angular. So nowadays, from the last uh, uh, 4 years onwards, the Angular is like a buzz keyword. So if you know even Java, .NET or Python, they are expecting some knowledge in the Angular part, because Why they are giving more importance for the Angular. So recently Google and Microsoft together they developed the Angular. That is the reason it is the buzz keyword nowadays. Then by using Angular we can develop the web pages in a single page. So maybe when you observe cricket websites etc, the entire website will not refresh, only some particular portion will refresh with the score, cricket score etc. And in the same way when you observe kind of a stock website, stock market website and gold website, uh, the entire web page will not refresh at all, only some particular portion will
Point
refresh.
particular.
Yeah,
Okay.
so in the same way React also, but I don't know about the reactive, even I can't tell the definition for the reactive, but it is very similar to the Angular. There are two choices, either we go with the Angular, either we can go with the React. So like 50-50 chances, I mean, yeah, 50-50, either they can choose anything, not a problem, but the output is similar. Here also single page applications, okay. By using Angular and by using React we can develop the single page applications. I will tell you what is a single page application and etc. when we discuss about Angular or something. So as part of this one, right, maybe we should concentration on HTML, CSS, then JavaScript, then server side program. I'll say, maybe here this one, JavaScript also. Then here we should concentration on .NET. Then we should concentration on MS SQL. Okay, is it clear for you, right, everyone? Any doubt? So this is how the application development in the backend. I mean, we need to learn some front-end technologies and one programming language and one DB layer. I mean, DB technologies. Then only we can fully develop the one web application. Okay, is it clear or any doubts you have till now?
Oh,
Clear,
yes, sir.
sir.
No any doubt.
Yeah. So as most of the guys are like freshers, right? They can, for example, if you don't, if you feel MS SQL is a bit difficult, you go with the UI technologies, because just prepare some kind of interview questions etc. and just practice more on UI part. You will get like a UI developer role like that. So if you know, if you are good at some kind of programming language, then you go with the .NET developer role like that. So mostly nowadays, right, every interview they are expecting full stack, everything they are expecting from us, one UI and one programming language and one database. So when you learn one database, it is nothing like within one day you can learn Oracle, within one day you can learn MS SQL. It is nothing, just equal to that one, only software will change.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, here it is very difficult when you come to server, right? If you learn .NET, it is not that much difficult to learn Java and PHP, but it is entirely different. The softwares they used and the coding they written, entirely it is different thing. So but you can understand like 30% you can understand the code, but you can't directly write the code Java, PHP, Python, etc. Okay. The but the final is we should know one programming language, that's enough. So most of the freshers, right, they will think about Java has more openings and Python has more openings like that. Nothing is there, just they require one programming language, that's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and client side, maybe have you practiced anything or have you implemented anything by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript earlier anywhere?
No, no, sir.
No.
No.
Okay. So yeah, we should know some kind of these things. Okay. Yeah. So as my scheduling, right? I mean, okay, if it is okay, then we'll go with that. Otherwise, we can change the alternative. Okay. I will try to concentration on HTML, CSS, JavaScript first, and later I will go with the MS SQL, and later I will come to the programming language. Then you will know what is a HTML, how can you design a web page, and how can you apply some styles for the web page, etc. You come to know here. Then I will talk about DB technologies. Then after I will talk about .NET, because when I go .NET directly, maybe you will get some kind of both, because we need to discuss a lot there, like inheritance, polymorphism, etc., and what you call object class.
.NET is much similar with the C language.
Uh, I can say that 30%. Just we need to, yeah,
Okay.
C language is basic for every language. Without C language, I mean, without this one, some people will not able to understand very quickly. But
Okay.
.NET,
Sir, OOPS concepts are little bit
correct.
similar.
Yeah, correct. A little bit, yeah. Like 60%, all OOPS concept will cover in the .NET, Java, and Python
.NET.
also. Same concepts.
Yes,
OOPS
sir.
concept is introduced in CPP, right?
Yes.
Like that. So if we know OOPS concept, right, it is easy, but not a problem. We'll go with the from scratch. So this is
Okay.
all about like a overview.
Sir, I have one question.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
Chapan.
mm, within our training period, which technologies we learn?
Can you repeat again?
Uh, uh, Actually, I want to ask within our training period, 3 or 6 months, which technologies you can't you
Okay,
teach?
okay. So you are asking some duration, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We try to cover mostly as I understand, right? It don't mostly like 2 months. 2 months you can learn .NET and all these things. I'm sure about that one. Yeah, .NET only will
Okay.
take some time. It don't take that much time. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and MS SQL.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will take some time for the .NET. Okay. So when you
Okay,
learn
sir.
all these things, you will get one idea actually. Okay, what is the web page? Till now, maybe can you guys take this screenshot?
Okay, sir.
Okay, you already taken, right? So I'm going to erase this one
Sure.
by one. Yeah. So I'm just clearing it. So yeah. Okay. Let us see. What is the website? Just tell me whatever you know. What is the website?
Mm,
Any idea, Satish, Yuvaraj, Shraddha, and Uday? I don't know. Someone joined also again. Yeah, anyone can answer. Not a problem.
Actually, website means we want to log in some page.
Okay. Log into one page.
Page.
Okay.
actually, is a collection of information and display
Collection of
to the
information.
users.
Okay. Yes. So we will see all.
Actually, one website contains so many web pages.
One website contains many web pages. Okay.
Means,
Yeah. Okay. We will see now. So I'm just opening one browser and I'm saying that. So what is Sakshi.com? What is Sakshi.com? It is a
Site.
website. Yeah.
Web page.
Yeah. Just I'm opening. Sakshi.com is a website. There we have many pages. For example, if I want to see some kind of news. Okay, related to AP. So it is a website here. it is going to another page, okay, that is called as a international. That means in this page they are maintaining only international news. Okay, when I go to some other thing, see, in this website they are maintained as a one more page that is called as a some Telangana. Okay, they will maintain some kind of information related to that particular state. So what I'm trying to say is, a website is a collection of web pages.
Web page.
Okay, yeah. What is a web page now? A web page is a collection of some data, some information. So for example,
Yes.
I told you, right, sakshi.com is a website. Here we have one web page called as a Telangana. Okay, so here I'm telling that this is the web page. So web page is a collection of information. So what information you have here? Some kind of news you have, and some kind of what you call advertisements you have, and some kind of what you call headings, menus, even. Okay, here it is going to somewhere. So hyperlink, understand, right? Website is a collection of web pages. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, are you able to hear it? Are you
Yes,
able to
sir.
hear me?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
a website is a collection of web pages. A web page is a collection of some information, correct? That information may be anything, like images and some kind of heading, some kind of menu bars, some kind of what you call a bullet points. Okay, anything that can be images and the heading and some kind of paragraphs here, everything. Okay, so how can you develop one web page? We know that what is a website, and we know that what is a web page. Then my question is, how can you develop one web page? I want to develop this kind of web page only. So how can you develop? In which language you can develop?
HTML. By using HTML, we
HTML
can
only. Yeah,
develop web page.
correct. By using HTML only, we can develop the web pages. Okay.
Web
Okay,
page.
how many web pages are there? I mean, what are the types of web pages? There are two types of web pages. Okay, I told you, right, this is the one web page. Now we can say that this web page is a static web page. Static web page.
Okay.
Static in the sense just it is read only. So what you'll do, say, maybe you will log into this website and you will go to this web page and you are able to read all the news, etc., but you can't enter anything here, correct? That means it is giving some information, but you can able to see them, but you can't do anything with that. Now when you go to like what do you call, this is called as a static web page. Okay, see, and this website has some kind of dynamic web pages also. What is a dynamic web page?